I think he's a jerk. I think that he's cavalier. I think there's something dangerous when the richest guy in the world controls one of the most important political social platforms in the world. I just think there's something very dangerous about him. He reminds me of a Bond villain. As I said, when the richest guy in the world buys a social media platform, it's just not a good equation. I think he's a dangerous fella.
Now final, this Twitter takeover leaving many to speculate whether Musk could remove lifetime bans, including bringing back former President Trump, who was permanently banned from the site after the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Though Trump has said in the past that he would probably not return if his account was reinstated.
Gabe Gutierrez reporting for us there. Sam Stein, in the past, back in May, though he hasn't said it recently, Elon Musk said it was a mistake to kick Donald Trump off of Twitter and that it should just be an open forum. On the other hand, he says now that he doesn't want it to be a hellscape where anyone can say anything. You have to kind of square those two things, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, Trump is one account that's been permanently banned, but there are others. And the question is, does he go about reinstating, for instance, Alex Jones, who just got fined $1 billion in collective defamation suits by Sandy Hook families? I mean, is Twitter going to be a platform where you have Sandy Hook trutherism now suddenly broadcast to everyone who's out there? These are difficult questions for the platform and for Musk. $44 billion is not a small investment even for the world's richest man, and I don't imagine he wants to just burn that money down. So how he manages this platform is really going to be telling. The letter placating advertisers is one thing and probably a nice thing to see, but axing all of the leadership, company leadership, literally minutes after you finalize your purchase doesn't really bode well for keeping the guardrails on the platform. And that being said, you have to wait and see. These are difficult decisions he's going to make. We'll see what the platform looks like. But if you're a sort of regular user of Twitter and use it to consume your political news and try to be part of a larger political discourse, first of all, maybe you should have rethought that to begin with, myself included. But secondly is you're probably anxious watching all these moves right now.
Yeah, and Donny Deutsch, just curious what you think of this deal. It's one thing to say you want to buy it. It's another thing to actually get it. He owns it now. Your thoughts?
I think he's a jerk. I think that he's cavalier. I think there's something dangerous when the richest guy in the world controls one of the most important political social platforms in the world. I think just as a guy who ran a business, you come in business and to fire the people before you even sit down with them just shows a cavalier recklessness. He's been reckless in the past. If I'm a Tesla shareholder, I'm quite disappointed that my stock has been decimated as he goes on this jolly rant of his. And I just think there's something very dangerous about him. He reminds me of a Bond villain. As I said, when the richest guy in the world buys a social media platform, it's just not a good equation. I think he's a dangerous fella.
Yeah, and just how problematic the ownership and use of a lot of these social media platforms right now. Questions about TikTok being run by parts of the Chinese government, Musk now, and Twitter. And, of course, we know how Facebook has been used and abused by hostile powers to influence elections and spread false information. And there's tight line, guardrails have tightened a little bit, but only a little bit there. And now Twitter goes private under Musk. And we're going to see in the days ahead, Mika, whether Trump does come back, whether other arch conservatives come back. But certainly in the first 24 hours of his ownership, many on the right are the ones who are standing and cheering.
I think he's a jerk.